Good morning, students. Sorry for the inconvenience which happened in the last class. So, coming back to the class, as we have discussed in the last class, that what if we discuss in the last class? We have discussed regarding economy and its components, the factors of productions we have discussed. Okay, these are the things what we have discussed. That is plural sense, singular sense of meaning of statistics in plural sense, uh, meaning of statistics in case of plural sense we have discussed. So coming to this class, we are going to study the characteristics of statistics and stages of statistical analysis. Statistics, the first characteristics of statistics is aggregate of facts. What is this aggregate of facts? Why it is called as aggregate or a complete set of information is called as statistics. The data to be called as statistics must consist of aggregate of facts, not a single one. Means the isolated or the single data which or the facts which cannot be called as statistics. Say for example, 60 kgs weight of a particular student. Can we call it as statistics? No. Or else we can call section D students are 41 and all the weights of all the students are considered as statistics. Section E or section C, the weights of all the students are considered as statistics. So uh, it is one of the characteristics of statistics. It is called as aggregate of facts. That means a single facts or the single number it cannot be considered as statistics. Okay, coming to the next characteristic, that is numerically expressed. As we have discussed, both the quantitative and the qualitative data are considered in case of statistics, but the data must be numerically expressed, which can be measured in terms of numbers. When we call the statistics, when the facts are recorded in terms of numbers which can be measured in terms of numbers, because number commands more faith rather than the word. So when we call the statistics is when the facts which are measured or expressed in terms of numbers, then we call it as statistics. Okay, so it is one more characteristics, that is numerically expressed. The data must be numerically expressed. Next one is data is affected by multiplicity of causes. What is this multiplicity of causes? It is not the case that to study the effect of one factors by ignoring the another factor. The effect of one factor can change with the change in the place, change with the time, change with the situation. Because, say for example, demand. Demand for a particular product, say for example, umbrella. Umbrella in rainy season, it will be very high. And in case of winter season, it will be very less. So it depends on the different situations. So the cause of unemployment and its effects on the market are different. Cause of unemployment and its effect on the market and effects on the economy is different. So in order to study one factor, we should be knowing the another factor. It has an effect by another factor. The phenomena of one phenomena has a effect of another phenomenon. Okay, coming to next one, enumerated according to a reasonable standard of accuracy. What is this enumeration? Enumeration is nothing but action of mentioning a number of things one by one. Okay, action of mentioning a number of things one by one. It means there should not reasonable standard of accuracy, it has been told here. So whenever we do the inquiry, we are not supposed to, or the economist or the statist who are going to conduct the survey, they're not supposed to do a personal bias. There should not be any kind of prejudice of enumeration should not enter the inquiry. Whenever we conduct the inquiry, no personal things should enter the inquiry, because the conclusion would differ. It affects the end conclusion. So the enumerated according to the reasonable standard of accuracy. The accuracy should be there whenever we conduct the inquiry. So in case of statistics, they should not enter, the statement should be precise and meaningful. That is, the field of inquiry should not be too large as well. Okay, that means the personal bias and prejudice should not enter, and the field of inquiry should not be large as well. So this is what it means, enumerated according to the reasonable standard of accuracy. Next one is collected in systematic manner. What is this collected in a systematic manner? As we know that the data is not collected systematically, it leads to difficulties in drawing the conclusion. So this is another important characteristics, because if the data is collected haphazard way or haphazard manner, then it will lead to difficulties in drawing the final conclusion. Okay, and the last one, that is collected for predetermined purpose, just predetermined purpose. So now I'm an economist, I have to conduct a survey, or I'm a business person, I have to conduct a survey because I'm going to launch my product. So I have to conduct a survey. Based on that itself, I'm going to launch the product. Okay. So it should be pre-planned. It should be, the purpose of the data collection should be clear. So that is why the statistics is collected for predetermined purpose according to the needs. Okay. Next one is stages of statistical analysis. What are the different stages of statistical analysis? How the statistical process goes? How the statistical process goes? It starts with collection of data. Okay, data is nothing but information. Okay, data is nothing but the information. First step is collection of data. We are supposed to collect the data. It is a process of gathering and measuring the information for further statistical treatment. Okay, first step is collecting. Okay, if I'm a business person, what I'm supposed to do is I have to plan. Okay, I have to plan. Then I need to conduct a survey and then collect the data. Based on that, the final conclusion has to be done. So the first step of statistical analysis is collection of data. Okay, we have different source of collection. We have internal source, we have external source. We have, in the external source, we have primary data and we have secondary data. We are going to study in the further classes. Okay, so next one is organization of data. After collecting, we have to organize it. We have to arrange it in a systematic manner. So it is a systematic arrangement of collected figures so that the data becomes easy to understand. Okay, so you collected, you have conducted an inquiry and you have gathered the information of 90 household who uses the product, that is, we come to the toiletry soap, that is probably Pierce. So the 90 in a 90 house, probably a few people use individually in a particular home. Who how many members, how many persons are using a particular Pierce soap? So it differs, correct? So the raw data, you collect the raw data, then you have to arrange it in a single house. How many number of people are using that by using frequencies in single house, by putting one house, one, two, three, four. So four members. Second house, one, two. Third house, likewise. It goes on. So organizing the data means systematic arrangement of collected figures. As you have collected the figures, now we have to put it in a perfect form so that it becomes easy to understand and for further statistical process. Okay. Coming to the next stage, this is nothing but presentation of data. How do you present the data? The data can be presented in different ways. Okay, it may be in textual form, or in case of tabular form, or in case of graphical form. In case of textual form, it is like nothing but the words. Say, for example, a current situation, current scenario, that is Corona or COVID 19. Today or yesterday, how many cases are registered in Bangalore? How many cases has been registered in Bangalore? That is so and so. The number is 1,553 members are infected by or considered positive in Bangalore urban or Bangalore rural area or southern or in particular place. It will be written in a textual form, or else you can present it in a tabular form. Bangalore urban rural. Okay, Bangalore urban rural particular date or will be put in a tabular form. It is written in rows and columns. Okay, that is called tabular form. When the facts or the data which is put it in a rows and columns, that we call it as tabular form. Next one is, or the data can also be put it in a graphical form or diagrammatic form. Okay, so that attracts the people more than this tabular form or textual form, because graphical form or the diagrammatic form gives a bird eye view for all this, even for a layman or for a simple common people can also understand what the fact has been written there, instead of getting into the statistics numbers anything like that. So when you go through that particular graph and diagram, you will get to know that what this is regarding. Okay, so that is nothing but presentation of data. Next, coming to the next stage, that is nothing but analysis of data. Analysis is nothing but it is a process of inspecting, transforming and modeling the data. Why we are supposed to inspect? When you collect the data, now you have put it in an organized form, arranged it in a correct, perfect form. You have presented. Now you are supposed to analyze. Say, for example, what the government will do. Government collect the information regarding poverty. They collect the information regarding the poverty. They conduct the survey. They collect the information. They'll put it in a particular form. In India, how many rural areas are there? In that particular place, how many are below the poverty line? How many of them are above the poverty line? Okay, so it will be put. Now, the next step is analyzing what is the reason, what is the cause, root cause analysis, we can tell it in the statistics. It is called as root cause analysis, or they're going to inspect. Okay, that is called analysis of data. They are going to analyze. Next one is, last one is interpretation of data. It is a process through which the data is reviewed for the purpose of arriving at the conclusion. Interpretation is nothing but the conclusion. It will be concluded. So this is the reason this has to be done. Reason, cause, effect. So if we do this, this is going to happen. This will be reduced. So interpretation of data is the process through which data is reviewed for the purpose of arriving the conclusion. To come to the conclusion, interpretation has to be done. Clear? Thank you.